Yeah, good evening. Much appreciate y'all American people. Um, so so many of you aware of this Roe versus Wade overturn leak that took place this week. The protests going on. Basically, I just wanted to share a couple things to y'all this evening dealing with this subject. So I just have a few questions, right? I have some abortion protest footage, Roe versus Wade, abortion protesters. I have a series of videos that are on YouTube, so I'm gonna show those. Um, I have information about the woman who was paid to pretty much promote this abortion Roe versus Wade situation back in the 70s. Um, and it's real interesting, right? So let's go in and jump right into this information here. Let me load up these links. Pardon me. Let me turn off this phone real quick, so there won't be any distractions here. One moment. Hold up. Yeah, let's go get this together. All right, there we go. So yeah, where we at? Let's run the footage real quick. So this footage here is from New York protesters. This is on May 4th. That's today. And as we see, we have some women of color in the front right here. All right, let's go and run a video.
Displaying placards with slogans like "My Body, My Choice," thousands protested in New York City late Tuesday after a leaked draft ruling indicated that the Supreme Court planned to end nationwide legal abortion. The several thousand strong crowd of men and women, young and old, chanted, "Abortion is a human right, fight, fight, fight," as they rallied outside the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Many wore green, the color adopted by abortion rights campaigners. They carried signs emblazoned with messages such as "I'm a woman, not a womb," "Keep abortion legal," "Stop the war against women," and "I will have fewer rights than my mother." You can only ban safe abortion. You cannot prevent women from taking their own reproductive choices out of their own hands. That's a fantasy, 35-year-old Caitlin Bailey said. Lauren Workman, 22, said the attitude of the 6 conservative justices on the Supreme Court was an illustration of how much is wrong with this country. She said she thought that any ban on abortion would disproportionately impact poorer women and those from communities of color. This is not just a reproductive justice issue. This is a racial justice issue. This is an economic justice issue.
An economic justice issue, a racial issue, etc. Right? Okay, so once again, I have a question, right? My question pertains to the fact, are these abortion advocates, people that are in support of Roe versus Wade? Joseph Scott, appreciate your presence. Are these people aware that Planned Parenthood and these eugenicists have invested in a literal rat poison and personal care cosmetic products that has been present well over 60 years, longer than Roe versus Wade? All right, much longer than Roe versus Wade. Are they aware of that? Are they aware of this Jaffe memo? Let me go to drop the link to this Jaffe memo here. Where we at? Yeah, drop this link right here. Just so people could be aware of really what's going on here, because all of this is strategic. This was all planned, all designed, so on and so forth. And it's very unfortunate that we have people that are not being properly informed. All right. I'm gonna get my question: where, like this protester here with the purple hair right there, right, and whoever else is present, are these people aware that most likely they're wearing rat poison, that they've been rat poisoned? And the rat poison, as I've shown, it is a teratogen, right? Let me show you. This is the website. I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. This disrupts natural development of an embryo and fetus, okay? This is definition of teratogen. All right. It says teratogens are substances that may produce physical or functional defects in the human embryo or fetus after the pregnant woman is exposed to the substance. Exposure to the teratogen affects the fetus or embryo in a variety of ways, such as the duration of exposure, the amount of teratogenic substance, and the stage of development the embryo or fetus is in during the exposure. Teratogens may affect the embryo or fetus in a number of ways, causing physical malformations, one. Two, problems in the behavioral or emotional development of the child. Three, decreased intellectual quotient, the IQ in the child. Additionally, teratogens may also affect pregnancy complications such as preterm labors, spontaneous abortions, and miscarriages. All right. And so, once again, that chemical rat poison ingredient is called coumarin. All right. It's called coumarin. Coumarin, and it is a teratogen. Okay. Once again, the eugenicists developed this. Okay. My book explains all of this in detail. The eugenicists, they developed this rat poison chemical. They have eugenicists that own major corporations such as Procter and Gamble, Avon, so on and so forth, right? You can, once again, you can find this chemical in Murray's, Palmer's, damn near every personal care cosmetic products, from lotion, perfumes, colognes, body sprays, shampoos, conditioners, moisturizers, baby lotion. I have this PDF here on the information page. Let me go ahead and drop the link to this as well. Once again, my question is: are people aware? These protesters, are they aware? Nia Robin Hood, I see you. Appreciate your presence. Are these protesters aware of Planned Parenthood, the eugenicists' investment in literally rat poisoning multiple populations throughout multiple generations, which produces abortion, as we just read? It's a teratogen. It produces abortion. Okay. Are these protesters aware of that? That's just one of the questions that I have here. All right. So this is the information page on the stopthegenocide.us website. All right. Second PDF, this is a list of 2003 brand/products that contains the rat poison chemical ingredient, coumarin. Okay. That's what you'll see it listed as. In addition to when you see the words parfum or fragrance, that also contains the rat poison ingredient. All right. So let's continue with this, right? Let's get back to some of this abortion protest footage, because I have another question. Are these protesters aware of this Norma NickCorby? Because this woman was paid. I don't know exactly who she was paid by, but she was paid by eugenicists. Obviously, we're going to get to this in a moment. Let's go ahead and go back to this. Let me check the status of the chat. Okay, cool. Everybody's good. Yeah, feel free to put your questions in. I'm gonna drop the link to the chat in a moment. Definitely appreciate everyone's presence and all of that, but definitely look forward to your feedback as well. All right. So let's go and get to this next video of this protest situation. These are all news clips off of YouTube. Let's continue.
Look into embryology, the more you'll realize they're not just cells, they're human beings.
When birth control failed me, my husband and I made the choice to have a legal abortion. And I'm horrified that that decision would be stripped away from my grandsons and granddaughters.
I think there's a bigger arc, that there is a really aggressive semi-fascist right wing that is moving to take away our rights. They want sexist politicians to decide what women can do with their own bodies.
For more on this, a little earlier I spoke to our Washington correspondent, Ketaban Kultustani.
The president, of course, reiterated his belief that a woman's right to choose was a fundamental right. He also, in remarks to a reporter right before making a trip, he spoke to reporters and he said that of equal concern, besides the concern for this attack on abortion rights, was the legal rationale used by the court in that draft opinion. The legal rationale, which basically put aside the right to privacy in the Constitution. And the president said that not only was the right to abortion in jeopardy, but other rights deriving from that right to privacy, for example, like contraception or like gay marriage, and that a series of rights that Americans have come to rely on would be in jeopardy if that legal rationale was applied to its fullest. So the president really defending the rights of women to choose. But
all right, so y'all get the point. Y'all get the point of what the discussions are. All right. So they said a lot right there, right? Let's go and take a look at this Jaffe memo. Okay. So this is from 1967. All right. A Frederick S Jaffe. All right. So this is what he put together. He's a eugenicist, worked with Planned Parenthood, all of that. You know, once again, Planned Parenthood had well over 352 members back in the early 1900s. They have invested in it since then, and they have profited billions of dollars. I'm going to show y'all some numbers in a moment, right? These are estimate numbers, but let's go to review this real quick. So once again, this is Frederick S Jaffe. This says proposed measures to reduce fertility by universality or selectivity of impact in the U.S., right? And once again, these are all foreigners, okay? These are foreigners. What we see in these videos here, these are predominantly foreigners, okay? Go back to the memo. So it says here, universal impact, social constraints, restructure family, postpone or avoid marriage, okay? Alter image of ideal family size, compulsory education of children, encourage increased homosexuality, educate for family limitation, fertility control agents in water supply, encourage women to work. All right. That's on this chart here. I just read that from the far left column. Continuing, this says selective impact depending on socioeconomic status. All right. Economic deterrent / incentives, modify tax policies, substantial marriage tax, child tax, tax married more than single, remove parents' tax exemption, additional taxes on parents with more than 1 or 2 children in school. Okay. Continuing. Reduce, eliminate paid maternity leave or benefits, reduce / eliminate children's or family allowances, bonuses for delayed marriage and greater child spacing, pensions for women of 45 with less than X amount of children, eliminate welfare payments after first 2 children, chronic depression, it says here, right? Continuing, require women to work and provide few child care facilities. You see this? Require women to work and provide few child care facilities. Continuing, limit / eliminate publicly financed medical care, scholarships, housing, loans, and subsidies to families with more than X amount of children, right? What do y'all think about this? Because once again, this is 1967. Zoe Hustle, appreciate your presence. Hey Zoe, I don't know if you want to jump on, but yo, this is crazy, right? This is 1967. Eugenicist plans that was introduced to Congress back in 1967. All right. Let me go back to it. Right. I look forward to y'all feedback about this because this is real. I have a question for the people, right? Have you all witnessed any of this since 1967? We're in 2022 right now, right? What's the status? What's the status? What do these communities look like that have been rat poisoned by eugenicists, that have had these programs, because these are all programs here, to restructure family, postpone or avoid marriage, alter image of ideal family size. These are all programs. This is social engineering at its finest right here. This is a whole example of social engineering, okay? I'm gonna continue to the third chart right here, third column rather. Social controls, compulsory abortion of out of wedlock pregnancies. Okay, compulsory sterilization of all who have 2 children except for a few who would be allowed 3. Confine childbearing to only a limited number of adults. Stock certificate type permits for children. We have someone with us. Oh, okay, they dropped out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I'll see you one moment. Zoe, how you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, what's happening? How you?
Man, yeah, you going in, and I'm loving it. This some deep info, man. A lot of people don't talk about certain subjects, and some topics need to be covered, bro.
Hey man, yo, you know, this is real, man. You know, it's a lot of circus shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell of a lot of circus
Yes,
shit. A lot of people want to be entertained by this circus shit, bread and circus shit. You feel me? And meanwhile, yo, our entire existence is on the line. Like,
totally. Totally,
um,
man. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, Joseph Scott, you're more than welcome to jump on too. Definitely would like people's perspective and opinion, their thoughts on this subject. Zoe, what do you think about this shit I just read though? This Jaffe memo. What you think about this?
Man, it's astounding, man. Like, it's information like this that, you know, everybody wanted to be on the same information when it's so much we got to cover. And this right here, this is recollecting a lot of different things. Like, I was working on the project on a property today, and I started realizing earlier today that the property, they built it in the 50s. So, you know, the guy I'm doing the services for, I'm pretty much like running this whole apartment complex. You know, it's like 16 units in it. He owns it, and I run it. Like, I got access, keys to everything. So I was sitting there about to, you know, scrape this paint out, and I started realizing this might have asbestos in it.
That's right.
These might have lead in it.
That's right.
Yeah. And so what you're talking about, man, I'm telling you, bro, that when people be saying, oh, you're not a scientist, what makes a scientist? A degree?
yeah, right. Yeah, we have a guard feather here with us.
Yeah, that's my brother right here, man. It's one of the 4 feathers, man.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Yeah, how you doing, guard feather? How you doing?
Hey, yo, peace. What's up, Tony, man? Hey, I just sent this link out to a couple of people, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, if they don't jump in right now, watch it right now, they'll watch it later on and bring awareness to what's going on, bro. Hey, I keep telling people that you're putting this work in, you know what I'm saying, on what they doing to our people biologically, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not understanding why nobody trying to get this understanding, bro. You know, I'm here for you, bro. I'm here with you, man. We got to say the bloodline, bro, for real, for real.
You know about the biological warfare, man. That's why I be listening to the shit he be on, because he be on that biological warfare.
Yeah, it's biochemical warfare.
Yeah, biochemical. Yup. They call it biological now to make it seems like it's professional.
Yeah, so check it. Did you see the information I shared a few months ago about Chauncey D. Leak?
I ain't even see that. I ain't get it, man. When I do get online, man, I'm attacking niggas that's lying. I'm straight up like the wolf god then came alive so strong on just attacking liars, bro. I'm attacking these niggas, man, because they're getting up here. They have 100, 200, 300 people in the back chat lying to them and stuff, bro. That shit is unnecessary. That's flagrant.
Absolutely. So check it. So Zoe, I need your email address again. If you can't put it in the chat, on the private chat, if you will, so I can grab it, and I'm gonna send you the PDF of this book right here. I just published this.
I'm gonna send it to your phone, man. What are you talking about?
What happened?
So I'm gonna send it to your phone.
Yeah, do that too. Whatever's convenient for you. Yeah, it's all good. But so in this book, right, I define this rat poison ingredient, right? And the people behind it. Okay. Let me locate the pages. Also put the Jaffe memo in here too. Where we at? I think it's up here. Yeah, so all these pages here is defining like the chemicals in products, all of that, and these are commonly found chemicals. Okay, so this guy right here, his name is Carl Paul Link. Okay, he's the guy who actually developed the rat poison ingredient. Okay. He's the one who actually developed it. Now, in regards to biochemical warfare, so what he did ties into that, but we have the guy Chauncey D. Leak. Let me locate him real quick. I believe it's in the towards the last chapters.
That's dope.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm almost there. One more moment. Here he is. So Chauncey D. Leak, right? He's the guy. You should see him on the screen right now. He's the guy on the left, with the glasses on, with the gray hair, not the guy with the bald head, right?
Okay.
Right.
So that's eugenicist Chauncey Depew Leak. Okay. Now, let me give you his education. Bachelor's degree with majors in biology, chemistry, and philosophy from Princeton University. Okay. Received his MS and PhD from the University of Wisconsin in pharmacology and physiology. Now, the University of Wisconsin, right? That was the connection with Paul Link, who developed the chemical rat poison ingredient, right? Now, University of Wisconsin, they filed a patent after Paul Link filed his patent, and Paul Link, he developed a series of these rat poisons. Some was more toxic than others. He didn't want to file the patent on the ones that he knew were extremely toxic, if you will, more toxic than the one that he filed the patent for, right? Meanwhile, the University of Wisconsin, they did file the patents on the more toxic forms of the coumarin that they synthesized and all of that, right? So continuing, this is the connection directly to University of Wisconsin, right? This Chauncey D. Leak. So continuing, his employment, United States Military Chemical Warfare Service. Studied the effects of toxic war gases on the acid-base balance of blood. Cellular oxidative mechanisms in the medulla oblongata with subsequent increase of oxidative processes. Continuing, Medical Defense Division in the Physiology and Pharmacology Laboratories of the University of Wisconsin. President of the Sex Education Society in San Francisco, ran a birth control clinic, which later grew into the literal Planned Parenthood program. During his time, Planned Parenthood was just a program.
Wow.
Fast forward, he became one of the board of directors for Planned Parenthood Federation of America, along with David H. McConnell here, who is the founder of Avon, formerly known as California Perfume Company. All right. So
that's a killer too. Yep, Avon is a killer, boy. They put that on our people real heavy, and that makeup they put on their face, it burns their skin.
Bro, I want down here, bro. My mama, my mom, my grandma, uh, like four other ladies that they used to all work with at this restaurant. You know what I'm saying? At this family restaurant, they all work together. The one of these ladies, she was the main Avon lady, bro. Hey, this was all our people, man. And
Yep.
they, bro, I'm talking
Hey,
about
hey,
they
am
would
I
make
wrong,
some
Joe?
money,
You see,
bro.
have
They
an
would
Avon
make
Cadillac?
money, bro. Man, Avon Cadillac, bro. Two of them, bro. What you talking about? Her
See,
house,
I already
man,
know it.
bro. Man, bro, her house was late, bro. Hey, they still right now. They still got money. I don't know if she still do that stuff or not, bro. But I'm talking about they still got money, bro. But I'm not trying to you know what I'm saying, divert to nothing else. I'm talking about this Avon, bro. They made so much money off of our people. I'm talking about when I was like 5 and 6, bro. I was a little kid. I'm
Hey,
32 now, bro. They made so much money, bro. Like they been doing this stuff, man. Hey, yo,
and
continue.
Tomahawk.
Mhm.
Remember that song Aretha Franklin made Pink Cadillac?
Mhm.
Subliminal. Because
Yeah.
every Cadillac that the women was awarded through Avon was what color, Joe? They gave them pink Cadillacs. They got
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
point where in the 80s and stuff they had pink Avon little SUVs. They were Cadillac SUVs, the little
That's
joints.
Yeah,
crazy.
but by the time I was born, bro, they was doing the pearl ones, bro. They wasn't doing the pink ones no more. They was doing
Yep.
the
Well,
pearl ones.
you know what they had the pearl white ones with it had like a pinkish pearl in the flip to it. But then they had the pink ones for the ones on the, like certain levels and shit. And it was like these motherfuckers came through with the bag. They'll come through, they'll have a meeting with 12 women and they'll try to drop the bag on all 12 women to get them to go work. It's like it was a makeup crack.
Yeah, in my research, right, the dude David McConnell, right here, where's he at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right here, David McConnell. He included in his original California perfume company, which became Avon. He had literal rat poison chemical coumarin in his cosmetic formula. All right, and so
Mm.
now in regards to Avon, right, these are the ads. Once upon a time ago, Avon, the biggest collection of colors for quote unquote black women, right? Let me zoom in on this. Let me do it bigger. And so we see the quality of the women that were present back then compared to the quality of women present right now, right? Because the rat poison has increased. And in my research, I have shown how this rat poison, it crosses the placenta, destroying the embryo and fetus's natural health and well-being. And so they have hired these eugenicists. They called it the Negro Project. They hired influential quote unquote black people, right? W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, publishers, nurses, black doctors, etc., clergy, what's it called them, preacher, pastor, reverends, etc. They had them on payroll, and they have them on payroll to this very day, supporting Planned Parenthood, promoting these rat poisoned chemical products, so on and so forth. And meanwhile, the people are just vulnerable, being led to be exploited. Hold on, we have Nia here. My grandmother sold Avon. Yep. He also said
Yeah,
my grandmother sold a lot of jewelry by Avon. Word.
yeah. My mom, that's what my mom and them used to be doing. They used to be selling the Avon jewelry and stuff. The lady, she sold the perfume and the other hair care products, bro. But my grandma, and like my grandma was one of the main buyers. She come to the house late at night, bro, with all of the stuff that she got in and all the showing all the stuff that she about to go, what I'm saying, promote tomorrow and all this other. I'm talking about, bro. This stuff was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And,
And so
and
it's
bro, the smell will make you sick, bro. Like just smelling all of that stuff together, that shit would make you sick, bro.
let me show you something, right? Let me pull this thing back up. And yeah, if you can, when you get a moment, Godfella, download this PDF here. I'm putting it in the chat again. Download this. It's the second PDF. It lists these products. These products that contain the chemicals. Contains the rat poison. Situation is this, right? In the book, I show how these chemicals are literally allergens. They cause a list of side effects. All right. Like, keep in mind, this is literal rat poison people are applying to their skin, right? They're literally applying rat poison to their skin and they're inhaling it as well via these perfumes. So like you said, the smell is not appealing. Yet and still,
Yeah.
it's blended so that it's a nice scent, but meanwhile it's toxic. And at the same time, because I have a lot of people, they ask me, so why are you focused on this rat poison chemical more than all the other chemicals? Well, the situation is this rat poison chemical, this is like a gateway toxin. It opens you up. While it's destroying your body on a cellular level, it's opening you up to all other chemicals.
The other chemicals they can't really reach through certain
Yeah,
things.
exactly. So, I mean, yeah, it's depleting. This rat poison is depleting your body of its defenses.
Yep.
Of all natural
Good.
defenses, your body doesn't have the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals to fight any foreign substances. And it has a long metabolization process. It doesn't quickly metabolize at all. And so while it's in your body, like literally killing your cells, right? And also making you susceptible to other chemicals and all of that.
It's like
You're
it's
you're
like an
literally
acid.
dying from the inside out, huh?
I said it's like an acid.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And it is corrosive. Yes. I did what I show in here. These are the GHS, that's Global Harmonization System, right? This is an international code system for chemicals. And so we see this sodium carbomer, right? This is in a lot of cosmetic products, right? As you see, it's flammable, corrosive, acute, toxic, irritant, health hazard, and environmental hazard. Okay, this is being combined with the rat poison. All right, we got another one. This ethyl hexyl glycerin. Okay, this is corrosive and also an irritant, and this is being combined with rat poison. We have this xenethanol, right? Another corrosive and irritant. This is just in one product. And so once again, right, when we have these protesters, right, that's against abortion, are they aware of the harm that's being done via these cosmetic products, and it's all sponsored by the same people that's paying them to protest? Because these are paid protesters, just like the BLM situation was. The Antifa, the whole nine. And all of them people is running around with rat poison. But are they aware that the same people that's paying them has also invested in these chemical poisons?
No, they not. They're not aware. They're not aware. I mean, and that's actually a you can go like just like that one guy who went to all of them colleges and had that big study and he was sitting up there and asking them common sense questions, and these people was getting upset because they was putting their feelings where common sense should be. You know, like he asked them a simple question. You know, how many genders are there? Come on, bro. It's only two genders, male and female.
But
Don't
see,
do that.
the situation is when you have Frederick S Jaffe of Planned Parenthood and of the eugenicist network, in 1967, he proposed this right here to Congress, and they've obviously implemented. And in the first column, it says encourage increased homosexuality. So fast forward 50 years later, 40 plus years later, right? We have a situation where what do we see in society right now? The encouragement of increased homosexuality everywhere, right? This is all
Right.
eugenicist plots and schemes right here. They've invested in this. Then we go over here to social controls, where it says here, housing policies. A, discouragement of private home ownership. B, stop awarding public housing based on family size. So of course, all the elements in here, this is what he proposed, but what can we say was implemented based on what we see here? Because of course they're going to revise, they're going to work out the kinks and this, that, like, okay, I think we can get away with this, think we can get away with that. But ultimately, this is about genocide. And our American people are the primary targets. And unfortunately, the Negro projects, all these influential people, they refuse to get into the root of these matters here. They want to talk about quote unquote white supremacy, yet still they're paid by them, right? The eugenicists, like the eugenicist is paying them. What do we have here? Let me show you something, right? So y'all probably seen this. Have y'all seen when Margaret Sanger was speaking to KKK back in like what's that, the 40s or 50s? Have y'all seen that?
Oh, yeah, I seen a picture, but I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, that's Margaret Sanger. And now, let me show you this. Let me read you this, right? So this is Clarence James Gamble. Are you familiar with Clarence James Gamble?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I heard of him before.
so you heard of Procter and Gamble, right?
Yeah, Procter and Gamble. I was just gonna
Hey,
say that Procter and Gamble, one of the
I,
brothers. That's him or one of the brothers, right?
look, I worked for that company. Hey, these people, I'm gonna tell you something about this. This company, bro, when they go and build whatever refineries, refractors, you know what I'm saying, wherever they go and build, hey, they look for the most fertile land, bro. They strip whatever vegetation is there, bro. Hey, bro, they stripped a whole apple orchard in West Virginia, bro, and built a chemical plant, bro, to make washing detergent, bro.
And
For
hair
like
shampoo.
yeah, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying, bro? When they told me that, bro, I was ready to go. I was ready to go, bro. I had already explained to these people, bro. I'm American Indian, bro. I'm from the soil, bro. Like, hey, man, bro, when these people got to telling me where they was from and all of this stuff, looking at me funny and stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm from Texas. That don't mean nothing to me. Like, they're like, well, what you doing way out here? Bro, I came out here to work, bro. But the stuff that I'm finding out right now, bro, I don't want to be here. I'm ready to go back home, bro. I won't be here.
Yeah, let me show you something about this Clarence James Gamble real quick, right? So this is what he looks like. Okay. Now, he was co-founder of Procter & Gamble, and he was also board of directors for Planned Parenthood Federation of America, right? He's a eugenicist, okay? Did John know in North Carolina, he had this organization. He was a founding member of the Human Betterment League of North Carolina in 1947, which set up forced sterilization programs that saw both men and women, mostly poor, of assumed low IQ, of majority quote-unquote black demographic, undergo surgical sterilization without consent, with the goal being to reduce the state's welfare burden and improve the gene pool.
They gene pool. These people crazy.
And so we combine that information with this Jaffe memo, right? Compulsory sterilization and all of that. I mean, these are foreigners investing in literal genocide, and they're profiting billions of dollars. Yo, are you aware that Procter & Gamble, currently their estimated investment in quote unquote black advertisements yearly is nearly $500 million? Imagine that. $500 million in advertising and marketing campaigns of your rat poisoned, chemical, toxic products to quote unquote black people. And this includes hiring quote unquote Negroes to promote your chemicals as though they're harmless.
Yeah, that's facts. I work for Procter & Gamble down there in Atlanta, in Fulton County.
Yeah. Now let me read you this. This is what Margaret Sanger wrote to Gamble, C.J. Gamble, Clarence Gamble, right? This is 1939. She says the minister's work is also important, and also he should be trained, perhaps by the Federation, as to our ideals and the goal that we hope to reach. We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. Sincerely yours, Margaret Sanger. Are these abortion protesters aware of this? Because I'm not going to speak against a woman's right to do whatever it is they feel like they need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. However, when we see these numbers, right? Let me pull up these numbers real quick. So Roe versus Wade is 49 years old. Okay. So based on these estimates here, right? Look at these numbers. So this is from TooManyAborted.com. It says it is the 363,705 deaths of Black lives via abortion annually. So we take that and we put that with this 49 years. That's an estimated total of 17,800,000. Pardon me, 821,545 babies aborted a year, quote unquote, black babies since 1973. But we know that abortion was going on longer than that. And we also know that they have been selling aborted fetuses forever. Within these past 100 years, they've been selling aborted fetal material and many other types of genetic material from quote unquote black people, right?
Facts. That's a black market.
Yeah. Absolute pure black market. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. So let me show you this too, right? So one fetus, right, is valued at $10,000. Just the brain of a fetus alone is valued at upwards of $5,000. Just the brain of an aborted fetus, and the fetus is not dead. Like, this is something I really would like for these protesters to be aware of. The baby is not dead. The baby is killed once it's removed from the mother. So this is literal murder for hire that's been going on.
Assassination.
And so 17 million since within 49 years estimate, right? That totals well over $170 billion. That's not including the cosmetic industry that the eugenicists are invested in with the rat poison and all of that. That's not mentioning the medical bills associated to the health issues that are caused by the rat poison ingredient. All right. Not to mention the harm being done to populations of people who are in debt to insurance companies, medical expenses, lost wages from work, etc. Right? Not to mention all of that. But this is all, like, these are the foreigners literally profiting from the genocide of people. And once again, I'm curious, are these protesters aware of this shit? Because this is big business here. Extremely big business. We have this over here, right? It says the University of Pittsburgh set quotas for the number of Black babies collected for their fetal harvesting program. Quotas for the number of Black babies collected for their fetal harvesting program. University of Pittsburgh was buying aborted fetuses from Planned Parenthood.
Bro, these people sick.
And so we have these people protesting and all of that, right? And I couldn't help but to think to myself, being aware of this, I'm like, hold up. Who's paying for this? Who's paying all these people to take a day off from work, right? To go protest? Well, we know George Soros was involved. We know Planned Parenthood got big bank. And X amount of these people that's protesting, you know, they're rat poisoned and all of that. But what is the future going to look like for our youth under these conditions? I mean, this is some seriously sick shit right here. Yeah, Mama Chief, see you, appreciate your presence. Yeah, I'm going to put the link in the chat again too. Yeah, I would love our American women's thoughts on this. And much appreciation to Chief Noya for bringing this rat poison situation to my attention, because I was like, what in the fuck? I was like, hold up. Yo, they done did all of this shit to me. We had Walter Plecker back in 1924. He reclassified American Indians, was like, yo, I'm gonna give you a felony if you identify yourself as American Indian. If you claim your heritage, you're gonna get a felony, you're gonna get locked up for a year. Okay. And then we got Margaret Sanger talking about, we don't want word to go out that we want to exterminate these newly classified, these Indians that have been reclassified into Negroes. Yeah, we don't want word to go out. So, yo, send them ministers out, send them Moors out, send them Hebrews out, right? Marcus Garvey and W.B. Du Bois and NAACP peoples and all that. Send them out to make sure that these American Indian people don't become aware that we want to exterminate them. And look at where we at right now in 2022.
Hey, I call those niggas the frat jerks.
Bro, look, I'm trying to figure out why people still don't get it, bro. Like, look at what happened with the Tuskegee Experiment. Who they sent out?
Yep.
Look who they sent out.
Yep. Just like how they sent out Spike Lee last year. They said, what was it, Uber? Uber did a commercial talking about, we'll take you to get vaccinated. And Spike Lee was all up in a commercial. Look at that shit. We're gonna send Spike Lee out. Yeah, Spike Lee. Yeah, we got him on payroll. Send him out. Yeah. Who else can we send out? Oh, we got some rappers too. Let's send out some rappers. Let's make a vaccine song. What was the Juvenile song he did? I can't remember that shit, but yeah, they ran that shit back. Yeah, vax that thing up. Remember that shit?
Back that thing up.
Vax that thing up, man. And these are all eugenicists that's paying for this shit.
You lost all respect for me totally on that one right there. It's like, dude,
Vax that thing up.
Yeah, you done.
Tuskegee Experiment. Yo, they had people back there. Vax that thing up.
Bro, they sent people out there while these people was at work, bro. They had a whole movie on it, bro. And these people, you got bad blood, you can get tested and this and that. But what you mean bad blood? Well, we ain't never heard of nothing like that, bro. What you talking about? Then you turn around and give all these people syphilis.
Had people dying horrible deaths.
Right.
This rat poison causes horrible deaths. You know, listening to the elder.
And all that shit.
Oh, what happened?
I said it causes cancers and all that shit.
Oh yeah. How about gangrene, necrosis?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, your body dying from the inside out. You know, you hear the stories from elders, right? Of how they literally watched their relatives, their elders, before they transition, be amputated due to this rat poison.
Piece by piece.
And the foreigners are profiting piece by piece from the womb to the tomb and beyond. And beyond they profit. Because guess what? They got your babies now.
And
this is a perpetual
policy.
situation here, huh?
And they got insurance policy on that baby too.
Yo, they insure the baby parts. How about that shit?
Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, it's like buying a car, you cut the Cadillac converter off, then you partner car off. It's a ton of money on that shit.
That's right. Yeah, so we have a Lakita Williams, absolutely ridiculous. Yes, Lakita. It really this is outrageous. We have a Valiant Thor.
Even the skin is worth money too.
So we have Valiant Thor. He says the abortion issue is similar in scope to the marijuana laws. It's not a big deal. I don't know what you're talking about, Valiant Thor. This is a massive issue. I think you might have just came in. Let me run back a throwback for you real quick. Are you familiar with what's her name, Margaret Sanger and the KKK? Are you familiar with that, Valiant Thor? If you're not, let me go to read this to you real quick. Where's it at? Let me show you something. So it says here, this is what Margaret Sanger wrote to Clarence James Gamble of Procter & Gamble. He's the co-founder of Procter & Gamble in 1939, right? She says, the minister's work is also important, and also he should be trained perhaps by the Federation as to our ideals and the goal that we hope to reach. So this means that abortion, Planned Parenthood, right? The people behind Roe versus Wade and all of that, right? And I'm about to get to that in a moment, the Roe versus Wade, because that wasn't even a woman name. This Roe versus Wade situation, Roe, that's a fake person. That's literally an artificial person, right? Continuing. We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. So, in regards to your question on Valiant Thor, how is it not a big deal when this is a whole genocide plot and scheme? This is a very big deal. And then when we factor in regards to marijuana, if you smoke marijuana while you're applying rat poison into your daily lifestyle, right? Via personal care cosmetic products, well, guess what? That rat poison is being enhanced by that marijuana. So this is a very big deal. The rat poison is a teratogen. That contributes to abortions, to babies not being born. The eugenicists, the same Planned Parenthood people that's behind Roe versus Wade, they're also responsible for the rat poison. Once again, so in regards to you saying it's not a big deal, you must not understand how serious this is.
Hey, Tomahawk, it's better to say this what you're talking about is the funding to the abortion clinics existing.
Let's get into this situation here, right? Now check it. Remembering Sarah Weddington. So this is from Planned Parenthood's website here. Let me go and put this link in the chat. I'm about to get to some shit regarding Roe versus Wade. All right. Oh, Sarah Weddington, a key figure in the abortion rights movement. Okay. We at Planned Parenthood of the Pacific Southwest mourn the loss of Sarah Weddington, the lawyer and abortion storyteller who argued Roe versus Wade in front of the Supreme Court. She was 76. Sarah helped to represent Norma McCorvey, known in court documents as Jane Roe. Norma McCorvey, known as Jane Roe. So hold on. Why isn't it McCorvey versus Wade? We're going to get to that in a moment. The case that affirmed the legality of a person's right to have an abortion, she bravely shared her personal story of being forced to travel to obtain an illegal abortion while finishing law school in 1967. Interesting, 1967 again, right? Once again, 1967, the same year of this Jaffe memo. Okay? So, Valiant Thor, you might want to look into this Jaffe memo situation. Let me go and put the link in the chat again, just so you can learn about it. All right? That's right, Nia. We used to have families of 10 siblings. Yeah, and Mama Chief says here, very big deal. Agents of destruction. That's right. These eugenicists are literally working. They are invested in destroying our American people. Oh, how can I do this? Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me hold on. Let me log on to the YouTube real quick from my phone. Yeah, where you at? Hold up. Yeah, y'all got a wrench coming up in 1 moment. Let me pull up my thing real quick. Here we go. Hold on, let me turn it off. Where you at, Noya? Whoa, I don't know which account you on. Are you looking on the I'm on my main Tomahawk Tony page. I don't know which one y'all on. Damn. Yeah, I'm not on the other accounts right now. I'm gonna have to do it after I finish this live. And let me get back to this though, right? So this Norma McCorvey, let me put the link in the chat to this also. But this page is the list of references. This is not chopped and screwed information here. This is real. It says Norma Nelson McCorvey. These are all foreigners. These are not people from this American continent that are playing with our American people. Okay, now check it. Also known by the pseudonym Jane Roe, was a plaintiff in the landmark American legal case. We really need to call that United States legal case, all right? In which the U.S. Supreme that constitutional. McCorvey stated then that her life, the biggest mistake of her life. Why would she say such a thing? Let me put the link. Let me put that quote in the chat too. Because when we have people saying it's not a big deal, well, if the woman who played the character of Jane Roe says it's the biggest mistake of her life, how is it not a big deal? How is it not a big deal? When she says it on her deathbed, she's dying, and she's like, this is the biggest mistake of my life. Being hired, okay? Okay. Shortly before her death, in what McCorvey referred to as her deathbed confession, she said she had been paid to speak against abortion and added that she continued to have abortion rights. She was paid to speak against abortion from her deathbed. She said this. Let me put this in the chat too. So once again, they was paid to be an actress, right? She's an actress. She was paid. It's like right now being paid. And once again, these protesters, we can see that they've been rat poisoned. Lakita Williams, appreciate your presence. You said, wow. Zoe, Godfeather, what do y'all think about this? She was paid.
It's been the same practice for a long time, man. I mean, we know us with the 4 feathers. We know that all of this stuff is contracted.
This is
We
all
know
contract, man.
it. We know it.
That's why
We've
they
been trying
all.
to explain
That's
this
why
to the
they
people
all
for the
in
longest.
uniform.
Facts. Bro, the only way out of this situation is back through your nation.
Yep.
I mean, see, the situation is right. We have people that are, let's say, in limbo. They're in a form of purgatory, and don't have foreign operatives. We have the Christians, we have the Hebrews, we have the Moors, and we have other black fanatic organizations, all sponsored by foreign black characters, Negro projects, in other words, right? That are preventing our American people from doing what needs to be done to secure themselves.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? And so in the meantime, awareness of things that are present is literally destroying their lineages. Because this is ongoing warfare. This is an ongoing warfare, although it's covert. War has not been blatantly declared on our American nations. Yet and still, we see our people dying by the millions yearly, right? I mean, just abortion alone, that's over a third of a million alone right there. People are profiting off all of that. Yo, we got the murder rates. Hold on, let me pull up that image again, right? Where that's at? Hold on. Because this group here, they did a great thing right here. Where's it at? Here it is. Okay, so it says HIV deaths a year, 5,686. Homicides, 8,206. Diabetes deaths, 11,934. Accidental deaths, 12,215. Cancer deaths, 63,279 deaths. Heart disease, 69,918.
You underwater.
Deaths a year.
Repeat that because you was underwater.
This is on 2000 CDC final death data. And also the Guttmacher Institute, which is the research arm
You
of
underwater,
Planned
brother.
Parenthood, by the way.
Time out. You underwater.
Yo.
Yeah, no, you still robot. They're trying to shut you up, brother.
Yeah, they
God
trying to
damn.
scramble all
Yo,
of
am I
it.
good?
Yep.
Am I clear right now?
Yeah, you clear right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You already know, man. Like they don't like Tomahawk Tony on social media, man. They don't like me, man.
Hey, it's that guy.
Here, we got his voice. That's him. Get him. But seriously, people, what's up? What's up? This is all facts right here. Guttmacher Institute, right? That's what Jaffe was a part of. Frederick Jaffe, this guy behind the Jaffe memo, this guy right here. Yo, he was the president of the Guttmacher Institute. It says here, the Technical Assistance Division of Planned Parenthood World Population. This is his memo, where he's literally talking about who again? What, quote unquote black people? The people that was reclassified from American Indian to black, Negro, colored, mulatto, and all of that shit, right? You can be black, but you can't be Indian. And this is our plans for you. We plan to black you out of existence. That's our plan as eugenicists, to black you out of existence.
Because I'm black.
Yo.
I never used that term for myself, man. Like it just never sat with me ever in life, man, using that word black as a person. They never sold you.
Yeah, but these protesters. I mean, we got protesters that identify as black, and they haven't been taught, trained, indoctrinated into truth. I mean, this is a real wicked situation to me, man. I mean, we have rat poison protesters that are so ignorant to the reality of what they're actually supporting. Like they're protesting against the life. Like they're protesting for millions of babies dying. I listened to Angela Stanton King, I think it was yesterday, and she made a good point in regards to black babies being adopted. That point stood out to me because in working with people, providing genealogy services for them, right? Some of these people are aware, that they have ancestors that were literally adopted. And when you come across an ancestor that was adopted, let's say in the early 1900s, late 1800s, etc., right? And this is oral tradition that you're dealing with here, right? And you're trying to find records for an ancestor that was literally adopted by some people. And the people that adopted that baby in their oral tradition that you have gathered, they're Indians as well, right? It gets real crazy. And Angela Stanton's point was the fact that, apparently with quote unquote black people, they believe that, black babies aren't being adopted. But meanwhile, we have some celebrities over there in Hollywood that adopt black boys and they dress them up like little girls. Have y'all seen them pictures?
Hey man, I seen them pictures, but bro, I've been seeing people come into this little restaurant that I work in, right? Hey, I'm looking at all these white people like, bro, why y'all got these black babies, bro? What is y'all doing? Like, and I'm walking past their tables and I'm looking at these, and they always got at least two of them. They always got at least two of them, a boy and a girl. They always got at least two of them, bro. And I'll be
Yeah.
walking past, I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on? Why is these people? Hey, why you ain't adopting your own? What are you doing?
Very interesting. I agree with you there. So we have a Mark Robinson here. He says, bruh, we don't condone abortion equals human sacrifice. So you need to stop lying to people, fam. Mark, this is what it is. I would like for you to share your position dealing with the subject matter of abortion based on what I'm sharing this evening here. Dealing with the eugenicist, because I'm against abortion. At the same time, I will not tell a woman that she should not have one if she feels she needs to, because there are incidents where a woman may need to. I don't know. See what I'm saying? You're more than welcome to share your perspective on this subject here. You're more than welcome to. But I'm not lying to people, fam. I'm not. This Jaffe memo situation, that's not a lie. And once again, my question is, are protesters aware of the Jaffe memo? Are they aware of Jaffe being a former president of Planned Parenthood, right? So in regards to abortion, human sacrifice, and all of that, right? Yeah, they are invested in that. Sister Soul, how you doing? Appreciate your presence.
Peace, brother. Peace. I'm doing good. I just jumped up here. Do you know I just had this conversation yesterday with somebody? And like you said, the choice that a person may have, depending on the circumstance. There's a lot of within certain families, a lot of like incest, molestation, stuff of that nature. Who would want to have a child that they got, you know what I'm saying? Pregnant by like their dad or their brother, or you know what I'm saying. So I think, not to say that, just like anything else, with anything, a situation might be useful depending on what's going on or the circumstance.
And see, I'm definitely with that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to condemn people's choices in regards to their personal situations, right? However, when we have situations like, have you heard of a young woman, what's her name? Sukiyaki. Have you ever heard of a Sukiyaki? She's a female rapper.
Oh, my daughter told me, yeah, showed me some stuff up with her. She's something else. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sukiyaki says, all I need is Henny and a plan B. That's a song she made some years ago. Some females introduced me to that. They invited me to their little gathering or what have you. And this was on their playlist. And I was like, what the fuck am I hearing right now? All I need is Henny and a plan B by Sukiyaki. So plan B, right? That's an abortion pill, apparently, right?
Right.
So you need Henny to get you drunk, get you intoxicated, what have you.
Hey, peace. It says, ain't the nickname to that right there called the day after pill?
Yeah, something like yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with that young lady is the shock value stuff. So she obviously is like she got some stuff going on. What my daughter showed me was a video she did where she was saying how she had been initiated and went in through the ritual. She went through all this stuff, and then now she don't want to be a part of it. This and that. So this is how I found out about this young lady, because my daughter was telling me about.
Wow. It's just, so if you can send me that video, I would definitely be interested in seeing it. Because the situation is, right, that young woman, like so many young
It
women.
was on YouTube. You might could pull it up. Hold on, bro. Look it up real quick. Look up what I can't remember, Suki, whatever her name is, right? Look up her name, confesses to ritual or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but if you put that in there, that stuff pulls up. Because she literally
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to
I'm not
YouTube
gonna
and
pull it
showed
up
me.
right now. That's an entirely separate subject matter there.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
came in late. I'm sorry, my bad.
oh no, you're fine, because we're discussing this Roe versus Wade fraud, because the woman's name was not Roe. Her name is Norma NickCorby. That's her actual name, and so it's fraud based on the fact that eugenicists paid her to promote abortion, and she regretted it up until the time of her death. Like, at the time of her death, she admitted that she was paid and she regrets it. And so next to that, I am sharing information regarding the plan of these eugenicists, the Jaffe memo. I'm not sure if you've seen this Jaffe memo, which details how these eugenicists, Planned Parenthood eugenicists, they planned on destroying natural homes, natural women and men's relationships, and ultimately destroying um the youth, the generations, while they've also invested in the rat poison, which also destroys the home, the people, etc. Like, I'm detailing genocide here, and how these protesters don't even know really what they're protesting. Now, of course, I'm not speaking for all the protesters, because apparently you have two sides. You have the protesters that want abortion to not be regulated, then you got the other protesters that are against abortion. Those that are against abortion, fine, but those that are for abortion, okay. Once again, my question is: are they aware of this eugenicist plot of rat poisoning populations, which contributes to the decline in birth rates? Okay, which contributes to the decline in people's natural health and wellness. Um, Ultimately, this is an attack on everybody, and it's just very interesting seeing these people protest. And so, in regards to Sukiyaki, if you look at her, she's been thoroughly rat poisoned, thoroughly. Her hair, her makeup, lotion, her sprays, whatever personal care cosmetic products she used, they are infused with this chemical rat poison ingredient. I have no idea what type of health issues she has, but it's the fact that eugenicists can easily hire a Sukiyaki to push a plan B when we look into the patents associated to these abortion pills and these abortion chemicals, because this is an actual chemical that is patented. I have research on this. I haven't completed my research to do a presentation on it as of yet, but people can literally look up who owns these patents, who filed these patents, and what companies are manufacturing these chemicals. And you can also pull up the profits associated to it. And I'm sure we can see that it's well in the billions of dollars yearly. And they have a rapper such as Asuki Yaki encouraging young women in very specific demographics to promote this type of behavior. And my question tonight is, are any of these people aware? Mama Chief, appreciate your presence. You already know. So yeah, what do y'all think about all of this? Zoe, Sister Soul, Godfeather, what do y'all think about, this Jaffe memo, rat poison, this fake roll lady, this Norma McCorvey? What do y'all think about these Genesis investments?
Well, I know one thing. This Planned Parenthood part, just the fact that it tied into, as you know, brother, I told you I wasn't even aware of this rat poison stuff till you did the build on it, and I appreciate that because it definitely need to be out. But I did not know that these two were associated. Now, Planned Parenthood, I've been on a lot because it was an issue with me with them using the embryos for the like the shots and using it for makeup and all of that, which is another thing. So the embryos, which ties into that with that rat poison, is something because my main gripe was that they were using it to use it for makeup. They were selling it to the makeup companies and doing all that. So I was kind of like reporting a lot on that over the past, I'll say like 12 years, to be honest. And people didn't pay that too much attention, on my Facebook page. On my Facebook page, it was like a lot of people maybe, make comments or whatever, but that was about it. And that was it. When I would make a post about stuff like it, I even shared the videos. They blocked me before on Facebook because I shared some videos of the lady sitting at the restaurant talking about it and saying, oh, they sell this for the fetuses to go to this makeup company. I mean, they was just talking about it just like it was a regular business deal, talking about these babies' bodies, I was disgusted. So just to find out that they were linked into the rat poison. So it's not only that, they were able to even get the embryos. Oh, we really gonna it was a lot of it with the makeup industry. We're gonna bloom from this, making the money from the makeup industry. We rat poison them, and then we're gonna be taking their babies and giving their own babies, putting because a lot of our people putting it right in the makeup, and you're using the embryos in this makeup. You're using rat poison in this makeup. I mean, it's just sick, disgustingly sick.
Yeah, and when we look at these numbers, once again, right? These numbers here, where's this, where are these calculations at? Because this is an estimate here, right? So in the 49 years of Roe versus Wade, estimate based on these numbers over here, right? The estimate is 363,705 quote unquote black babies aborted annually, right? The estimated total is 17,821,545. Then you have the fetal tissue cells estimate of 170 billion US dollars. Okay. We have the University of Pittsburgh, who has set quotas for the number of black babies collected for their fetal harvesting program. That's just one university. So this is a real wicked subject right here. People talking about human sacrifice, so on and so forth, abortion, and I'm lying to people. Let me tell you, I'm not lying to people. I'm not for human sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. Nah. If you listen to what's been communicated within this presentation and past presentations, you'll know what I stand for. And the situation is these eugenicists have profited tremendously, astronomically, massively from genocide, as they intended to do. And so my question is, are the protesters aware of this? I would like to see and hear protesters having discussions. I would like for them to sit down together, both sides, sit down together and be like, hold on. Planned Parenthood, the Abortion Federation, and all these eugenicist entities that hired us to participate in protest, and some people that are protesting of their free will for whatever side, right? I'd like for them to sit down and assess the fact that eugenicists have invested in a literal rat poison, which is a teratogen that is in personal care cosmetic products. Procter and Gamble, a director of Planned Parenthood during his time, who was involved in a forced sterilization, who has manufactured this rat poison chemical, who has destroyed this North American natural environment, okay, while destroying the natural lives of people as well. I would like for these protesters to have a conversation about the information we're providing here. Because when I look at this footage over here of these protesters, right, I can see all of these people have been rat poisoned by the same people that they're either protesting for or against. Whether you're protesting for or against, you have been rat poisoned. You know someone that is dying of cancer, has died of cancer. People that have been had their limbs, whether arm, legs, breast, whatever, amputated due to the rat poison, due to the oxidative stress, the gangrene, the necrosis that the rat poison chemical causes, because once again, these eugenicists invested in rat poison in personal care cosmetic products, in addition to the fact that the same rat poison is being prescribed when you have surgery. You're being rat poisoned because it comes in a form as a quote unquote blood thinner. Garlic is a blood thinner. Why can't you get garlic before surgery? They have the technological capabilities forever to synthesize garlic into the most pure and refined form to thin the blood, but why you need an actual rat poison? And the people that are prescribed this rat poison chemical, oh yes, they're going to experience some serious harmful side effects to their health. They will experience a decline in their health. Diabetes. How many people had surgery and developed diabetes? I'm curious. Heart disease, cancers, cardiovascular, reproductive, the list goes on and on and on. I would like for these protesters across the country that have been organized of whatever side, whether you're pro or you're anti, whatever the case may be, I would like for them to have a discussion with themselves about this information that I'm providing. Because this shit is real. Everybody knows someone that has suffered from this chemical rat poison. Everybody knows somebody that suffered. Let me put the link in the chat again. You know, I spoke to a colleague this morning. She said that she was going to speak to some of her friends and colleagues about this rat poison situation, right? On my book and what have you. And she told me that she spoke to her hairstylist about it. And so her hairstylist responded, oh, everything has cancer in it. Everything has cancer in it. Your hairstylist knows that everything has cancer in it. Okay. Once again, rat poison causes cancer and is in personal care cosmetic products. Cosmetologists, barbers are literally rat poisoning their clients. How about that shit? How about that shit? I mean, am I lying?
Nope.
I
And that's
think
why I
some of
started
them
growing
should
my
have the
locks out.
conscience.
Well, I hear
That's why I
both.
started growing my locks out, bro.
Paul, say it again.
I say, nah, you ain't lying, and that's why I started growing my locks out. And I seen this video of this one lady. and she was talking about how she was a cop, and she started, she did this one patrol, and they found this dead body and everything, so they had to go to the morgue and all of that stuff. She had to go check some stuff out. But when she went and was talking to one of the people, that worked for the morgue, and they pulled the skull back. She was like, "What's up with all these holes and all of this stuff?" And she was like, "Oh, this person had been putting perms and all this other stuff in their hair, and this was the result." Hey, she say after that night, she cut all her hair off, started her hair natural, and grew it out and started her locks. Hey man, when I seen that video, I was like, "Dang, that's
Can you
crazy."
can you send me that video?
I'm gonna have to find it first, bro.
Okay.
But if I
Okay.
can, I send it to you. I got you on Instagram and everything. I got you.
That's a bet. Yes, yes. That's yeah. I appreciate real footage. I don't do celebrity gossip and all that nonsense. What you just described right there. So hold on, let me get this straight real quick. Right, let me just make sure I heard you correctly. Did you just say a female officer um was involved in the autopsy of someone that had been killed?
Yeah,
Okay, and Drew, during the autopsy, looking at the brain, they saw holes in a person's brain from the chemicals that a person had been using throughout the course of their life prior to their death.
yeah,
Get the fuck
yeah. It
out
was
of
a woman. It was a woman. She was talking to the dude, and he was explaining to her, because she was like, "Oh, this person must have died from blood force trauma to the head," and he was like, "No, this is from putting chemicals and all of this other stuff, in her hair, perms and stuff like that." He was explaining it to her, and she say that scared her straight, and she cut all her hair off and started growing her dreads.
it. God damn.
Yeah,
Sister Soul.
bro. As soon as I find that video, I'll send it to you.
Okay, that's appreciated. Yeah, I look forward to it. Sister Soul, you was making a statement. Please continue.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit tired, but I want to jump up here with this important topic. I'm a little disorientated. I'll be quite honest. I've been up with my grandbabies and stuff, so but I will say this. When you think about the hair, because you know the hair is the heir to your the follicles, which actually go to the neurons that give charge to your brain, right? So if you're
Mhm.
putting those chemicals in and it's going down to where those charges are, it's not only killing the follicles, so that's going to kill the electric current for those follicles to stimulate in your brain. And inside where there's hair in your head, there's hair inside of your scalp as well. We don't see that, but there's like a little thin layer of like hair that's inside. So now when when the hair on the scalp is damaged or burned, because that's what chemicals do, they burn, then it's going to burn all of the hair that's on the inside as well. So now anything that's protecting the brain that's supposed to be there to protect it from anything is going to immediately start to seep into the brain. So when you were saying that, I was just thinking, I was picturing it, just looking at it like, wow, that's crazy. I could see the chemical burning down through the follicle, going through the neurons, touching into the brain, literally just burning a hole in it slowly, a very
Oh
slow death.
goodness.
So when you were saying that, that's just so heartbreaking, to even think about how we damage ourselves for the thought of what you say is the beauty. Women, a lot of women are so vain and, they're so caught up in like how things look and, how this looks. And a lot of it is because, the men, they always, oh, look, she got this, she looking like this. It's always about a look a lot of time. People have to mentally prepare themselves to know what's best for them. Trying to be with the hair flowing from the perm and all this nonsense. First off, it's not even natural to you. You shouldn't even be doing this stuff. Secondly, you have these chemicals literally burning a hole into your brain. The pores. From when you said that, I could just picture the whole thing and the little small spots and spectacles of pores that have been like burned from the chemical. So now that is just going on through your whole life. It's a lot of women that just get perms throughout their elderly age. Even in their 50s, 60s, 70s, they still get perms. So they literally are killing themselves, with these chemicals, just destroying your entire brain. And then it makes me think about when it's destroying your brain, right? Everything that is the tree of life, every electron and neuron of every freaking nerve that goes from your body for everything else coming up the chakras, everything that flows out from that goes to your nerve endings and your fingers, everything, right? If that's burning a hole in your brain, right? Depending on where that little hole might burn, it's going to affect another area of your body. So you might start having something going on like a joint pain, a knee pain, something going on in your toe, like you were saying something about gangrene or something earlier.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff will happen because why? Something that could be happening with the brain being defected behind the chemical. Because if there's a hole in there, it's going to be affected. And certain neurons do affect certain parts and different nerve endings in the body. So something up there could go anywhere in your body. And you got a sickness, you treating it with pharmaceuticals, you start taking these pills, then you got this going on, that going on, thinking it's one thing, but it's literally just your brain is decapitated. That's like really crazy.
Sister Soul, yeah. This is real serious. Once again, this is over 100 years of foreign eugenicist investments into the destruction of our American people's natural health. Um, just visualizing, like as I was listening to you, I'm visualizing. I was going through these old Avon pictures, right? Um, thinking about Margaret Sanger's words here, right? Where is it at? Where's that? Where's that picture at again? Yeah, here it is. The minister's work is important. We don't want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, right? And she said this in 1939. Years later, we got these eugenicists ads where they hired quote unquote black women to promote these rat poison infused products. And then fast forward, we see the condition of our women where we have Suki Yakis um, communicating this wickedness to young women. Um, I'm speechless right now. You know, I mean, for the fact that these abortion protesters, that are, let me be specific here, right? The abortion protesters that are for the right of abortion, right? Unregulated. They want unregulated abortions. Okay, fine. Are they aware of the fact that aborted fetuses, like these babies are alive? The fetus is alive when it's extracted, removed from the mother, right? And it is already pre-sold. It is already pre-ordered. This is on congressional record. Just a few companies have been identified. But we're talking about major universities that have set quotas for the number of black babies, aborted babies, to be collected for their fetal harvesting program. This is one university. How many more universities? And once again,
Tony, Tony,
mhm,
real quick. So the push for this, they've been doing having these big things with abortion the last couple of days. My friend was telling me, I didn't actually see it, so I can't give the total information, but I know something was just approved or something with these abortions. And Something else I was made aware of, which I didn't even know of, and I'm a female. My friend was telling me that people can get an abortion up until 9 months old. That's murder. That's like literally a homicide. They
Well,
they can get an abortion in certain states. My friend told me that she had a homegirl of hers that had a few of them, and after having them, I guess in the state you can only have so many, so she had to go to another state to have it. And then when she was telling me that, I'm like, oh man, that's kind of crazy. She was like, yeah, you can have them up until 9 months in some states. I'm like, 9 months. They
do you
approve you
know?
to have an abortion at 9 months. At 9 months, bro. Now that right there just blew my mind. I never even knew that at my age.
Do you know the value of a 9 month fetus? The value of a 9 month fetus.
I can imagine.
So fetuses upwards of 30 weeks, right? Let's say 24 weeks, right? Fetuses upwards of, let's say, 6 months. Their estimated value is $10,000. The mother who's paying for the procedure, by the way, right? Because that's the situation. These women having these abortions are paying for this abortion procedure. Okay, that's one thing. They're not giving full disclosure about the fact that the abortion clinic is working with other companies, and they have what do you call it? They have an invoice, if you will, right? Literally a prepaid list of fetal body parts already pre-sold. It's already pre-sold. So the woman is paying for the abortion at this abortion clinic. One, not giving full disclosure about the fact that their aborted baby is going to be sold at multiple times the cost of what they're paying for the abortion procedure. And not only is horrible experimentations being done, um, they're fueling foreigners' plot of destroying your people. I mean, I would really, really be interested in seeing this as a real discussion. The rat poison, how that relates to Planned Parenthood abortions programs, etc. I would love to see this, especially amongst our young mothers and daughters. I mean, this is wicked beyond description right here. And for the fact that this has been present well over 60 years, I mean, the Henrietta Lacks situation, um, are young women not concerned with that? Because what happened to Henrietta Lacks is still happening right now. The placenta, the afterbirth material, women's ovaries, women's natural reproductive organs are literally being taken from them and given to um, whoever, sold literally, then resold, cloned. Yeah,
They
yeah,
go
yeah.
to
I
a
don't want to take too much
doctor.
of your time, huh?
They'll go to the doctor for surgery or for something else, and then they'll come out not even knowing they done took something out of their body or part of it.
And people ask constantly, "What's the solution?" Before you can get to the solution, you got to identify the problem. In my opinion, the problem is a lack of awareness. So, what's the solution to the lack of awareness? Well, people need to become aware. What we're discussing this evening, many more people need to be discussing. Assessing the health of the people in their community. Community relations must be restored. Trust within the people of communities must be restored. These corporations are having the time of their life. They're not concerned with your concerns. These executives, Planned Parenthood, Clarence Gamble, he was a concern. Margaret Sanger was a concern. They had an agenda, a genocidal agenda. Yes, this is literal murder for hire. Literal murder for hire. It's thoroughly documented on Senate and congressional record. Profits going into the billions annually, so on and so forth. In my book, I summarize all of this. Over 100 years of eugenicist, genocidal plots and schemes, their investments, summarized. From the rat poison to the Negro Project, etc. I mean, real world conversations must be had. The youth are the target. Within each generation, the youth are the target. The advertisements that was in magazines, the Ebony, the Jet, the Essence magazines of the past, right?
Hey, facts, bro. My little sister got her name from that magazine, bro. My little sister named Essence, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The advertisements that was in print in the past, the advertisements that was on radio and television in the past, now they're on the internet. More people on internet than they are in newspapers, magazines, and television. More people are on the internet. Yo, I just saw a video. There's some social media social media influencer. I can't remember her name, but a video was released where she showed herself applying glue to her forehead. Okay, she's applying a glue to her forehead.
For what?
She's preparing
Because
to
that's what her
install the
hairline used
wig.
to be. That's what her hairline used to be. She was about to put a wig on it. All her hair was gone.
You seen that
Mm.
video?
Yeah, I
No.
seen that video.
Oh,
Yo, describe
snap.
that video. Describe that video for the people.
Bruh. All right, this chick, she is sitting up there and she's showing this wig. She's showing a new wig that she got.
Mm.
But she ain't got no hair on her head. Like literally it's like you know how they call it a monster's edge, right? How most quote unquote females they say got a monster's edge. Well, the hairline is pushed back so far to the point where it looked like she just got a natural mohawk going down the center of her head, but it looked like a shadow of where her hair used to be. She don't
Mm.
have no hair on her head. She
Mm.
started applying this glue across the top of her scalp. You know what I'm saying? Where her hairline used to start at. And then she started placing the wig on her head.
Wow.
But she
Yo,
don't have no
describe her
like
scalp.
her scalp. Okay, the best way I can describe her scalp is it's flaked up real bad and it's dry, like it's dry and it's starting to crack, you know.
Mm.
But like it looked like her hair, like probably like 4 years, like 4 years started falling out, and now it's not growing back. It's just like got little bits of hair, little bits of hair like one string in every area where 4 and 5 strings supposed to be at. And it's like that all over her head. And her scalp is, bro, you know how when you show a picture of a desert, that's the top of her head. You know what I'm saying? If you zoomed in on top of her head, it would look like a desert. And I'm not trying to crack jokes, but that's what it looked like. And bro, when I seen that, man, I was hurt. Like, dang, man, like, and our people don't know there is natural remedies that you can grow your hair back, but the damage that it's doing to your brain cells and stuff, that's
Mm-hmm.
not growing back. That's not coming back.
It's
That's a
done.
wrap.
The nerves have completely been destroyed. The nerve endings.
Yep.
Fact.
Destroyed.
Hold on. Yeah, I found the video. Hey, if you can locate that video, please send that to me as well. Because I saw a clip. I didn't see the entire video from start to finish. I just saw a portion of it. Um, let me try to. Matter of fact, let me pull this up on StreamYard. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get on StreamYard. I'm gonna show this video because once again, this is the eugenicist investment here. Okay, they invested in this. Everything that we're seeing right now, all the harm being done to the people. Hold on, let me go to the chat real quick. Where's the chat at real quick? Post comment, yeah. This is outrageous, man. And it's this is not a laughing matter at all. Just like this abortion situation, this is not a laughing matter. Like people are seriously suffering. Well, I'm turning it off. All right. So I have the video here. Let me see if I can copy. God damn it, I don't think I copy and paste it. All right, yeah, I messed up. Damn it. Let me try again. I just want to show y'all this before we conclude. Because once again, this is the eugenicist investment into the literal rat poisoning and the active harm that it's causing. All right. Like this is active. This is not a game. This is not no conspiracy theory. Once again, I have proven the fact that you had literal biochemical warfare specialists, United States military grade specialists. Partner, there's an echo here. 1 second. Let me put this link in here. These specialists designed this rat poison. And it's everywhere, in every community. There's no protest on it. No protest against it. All right. And right now, we have countless millions of women of various ages, from young to mature, that are suffering, literally. So this here's the video. Let me play it.
Try to do a frontal install tutorial.
So she's applying a glue on her forehead. That's where her hairline used to be. When I asked the question to describe her scalp, that's her scalp. This is her scalp. That's where her hair is/was. This is beyond alopecia.
That's crazy. That looks so sick. How could she just even do that to herself? Look at that. Look at her
When
scalp. Look
I
at
said
her
that same
forehead.
thing. When I seen this video, I said that same thing. Like, why are you still doing this stuff? This
Oh
is the
my
reason you got this problem. Like on top of the chemicals that you putting on top of your head, you got a whole fake head. You know what I'm saying? A whole fake scalp on top of your head that's not letting your scalp breathe. All of that
Oh
needs to
my
breathe.
God. And she's a beautiful girl. Look at her. She just don't love herself. She hate herself to do all that shit.
Well, see now, see that's the person who posted this. They made a comment about self-hate, right?
Mm.
Now, I don't like to assume things about people.
It's not assuming though, brother. If you're looking at your scalp, like if she's looking at herself in the mirror, putting that on, she's seeing that, brother.
But
There's some
is that
type of
self-hate or
self-hate. Look at her. Look at not only her scalp, but look at her forehead where she putting the glue. Look how red. It's about to look worse in a minute. Look how red and bruised up, and she is literally
Yeah,
hurting
skin
herself.
peeling.
Come
I
on,
The
mean, but
that
I'm
skin
saying,
peeling. She pulling her scalp off.
that's
is
scary. Oh my
this
God.
self-hate or is this conditioning? Like, has she been
It's
conditioned?
both. It's both.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hatred of
conditioning.
self, hatred of what she is without all of that stuff, brother. That's self-hate. You're
I
not
don't.
loving
Facts.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yo,
because look,
Okay.
what it does is it comes into the self concept play. You know what I'm saying? What they say, the self esteem. She right now she got low self esteem, and you know what I'm saying, that turns into self hate. When you have low self esteem, you start to hate certain things about yourself. You want to make yourself greater than what you are when you are great already. You know what I'm saying? You just need to love what you have, you know what I'm saying, and bring that out, bring that to light. That, like I said, it's a part of the self concept that's a low self esteem.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask this question then, right? So once upon a time ago, Avon had these type of ads. Godfeather, you mentioned earlier how you knew women that sold Avon products, right?
Hmm.
Products that were infused with rat poison. The women, the quality of the women during that period, they were considerably more natural
Yeah, yeah,
then in
big
comparison to
fact,
now, right?
big fact, big
Okay,
fact.
so continuing, right? Those the quality of women then, we can say that they loved themselves. They didn't have the level of quote unquote self hate that we see today, correct?
Right.
Okay, so now in regards to chemical rat poisoning through personal care cosmetic products causing all types of harm that is being and these products are being advertised, marketed, etc. The availability throughout all the communities. You have all the influential black characters, the Negro projects, the Beyoncés of today, and then you had the I don't even know a celebrity back in the day that was promoting these products. But anyway, the the image of beauty, the standard of beauty, okay, in my opinion, is not self-hate. It is misguided, one, it is uninformed choices in regards to self-care and maintenance. I say this because we have a situation where these eugenicists they have people in place that are studying the trends of the people. What do the people want? Oh, these women want to be natural. Oh, these women, they want to be beautiful. We're going to put women in front of you that we have rat poisons, right? We have
But wait, look,
invested billions of dollars into this standard of beauty, right? And so you have this young woman. I don't even know how old she is. I don't know how old she is. I would estimate that she's in her mid to late 20s. I don't know. She might be younger than that. I don't know. But once upon a time ago, before she was introduced, because keep that in mind, we have young girls. I'm talking about elementary age girls who are being introduced by the females that are older than them, right? They're more mature and experienced than them, adults that are introducing them to these products, these wigs, the makeup, the the glues, the perms, etc. Yo, she was introduced to this. Then you consider lifestyle in these demographics that have been targeted. You consider lifestyle in these demographics that have been targeted. And once again, we have this Jaffe memo situation, right? Restructure family, postpone or avoid marriage, compulsory education of children, encourage increased homosexuality, educate for family limitation, fertility control agents and water supply, encourage women to work, right? All of this in 1967, and then fast forward, in addition to the beauty market campaigns infused with rat poison, right? That's what I'm saying. I can't see this. I can't view these women as self-hating themselves when they feel like they're investing in their beauty and their health and wellness. Like I've
but
I've spoken
yeah, see,
to
and that's why I was hoping you was gonna say it because I wanted you to come back to that. It it's not it's not that they don't necessarily start off like that. They don't start off like that. None of our women started off like that. Like you said, they started off natural. They had all kinds of ways to make themselves beautified
naturally. These people aimed at that first, and then they tried to change the standard of beauty, and our women followed along with that. That was psychological, bro. They took them away from being natural beauty to this authentic beauty. And that authentic beauty came with problems, bro. It really don't start off with self hate. No, you right. You right. It didn't start off that way.
I mean, I'm looking at like I've known women over the years, right? That installed weaves and provided those services for other women, and the level of commitment and dedication, how happy, like just the energy of those women, right? When you're present and you like you're with the woman who is getting her hair done, and she also provides these services for other women, right? You see the before and after, right?
Right.
These women are happy, like in regards to themselves, their self. Um, they, in my opinion, from what I've observed in my experience, they really believe that they are contributing to their health and well-being.
Yeah, they do.
And as Lakita here says, um, they were instilled doused in rat poison, and it has clearly trickled down the lineage. In addition to the fact that their agenda is working as they intended. Thing is, though, once again, as I've been saying for years, our American people have not been given full disclosure. And so when we have people making statements like this is self-hate, yo, this woman here is not aware. I mean, I've spoken to so many women about this rat poison chemical, like real shit. I'm like within the past year alone, I don't even know how many women I've spoken to about this shit, right? Yo, these women are they're not reading the labels. They're these women are busy. I mean, shit, we got women right now, like Jaffe said, encourage women to work, right? Where's that at again? Where's that at?
Right.
Hold on. Yeah, encourage women to work right here. Encourage women to work.
Mhm.
So we have women working 2, 3+ jobs. Shit. A friend of mine just
Yeah,
called me early today talking about she looking for a third job. At
that's
what
that,
point in
but that,
time? Hmm?
that that's psychological. That's they got them distracted. They got them
Oh,
distracted, bro.
at what point in time? At what point? It's 24 hours in a day, right? So hold on. You got 3 jobs? What you doing? 6 hours? You're doing 8 hours on one, 6 hours on another, 4 hours on another, and then I mean, shit. My friend, who told me that she looked for another job. Yo, literally, shorty, like she only get like 2 hours of fucking sleep. Yo, that was last
I was
year,
just
and she been
gonna
doing that
say,
shit for
bro.
years. 2 hours of sleep until she get a fucking day off, man.
No, no, no,
And yo, you
bro.
can't
She'll
you
die
can't you
from
can't tell her shit.
exhaustion, bro. She'll die from exhaustion, bro. Real shit.
Hey,
That's real. That's real. You can die from exhaustion, bro. That shit is real.
yo, trust me, I know. I know. Thing is though, yo, in the mind of these women based on this Jaffe memo, right? Based on this Jaffe memo, encourage women to work. Reduce, eliminate paid maternity leave or benefits. Reduce, eliminate children's or family allowances, bonuses for delayed marriage, and greater child spacing. Eliminate welfare payments and da da da. This woman does not have any daughters or sons. She has none. So she's working constantly, paying bills constantly, maintaining her lifestyle. Yo, for her to go get her hair done, nails done, everything did, and all of that, right? Check it. That is relaxation for her. That is a luxury for her. She feels like, yo, I worked for this. This is the least I can do for me, my maintenance.
But the reason she don't have any children is because she's working all those jobs. She doesn't have time to even find anybody she would probably even want to have a kid with, or even probably even go on a date. Like if she's, you know what I'm saying? So that's a part of it too.
Yeah, I don't want to make assumptions because I know her personally. And I'm not gonna go into too many details, but I'll put it like this, right?
Not your
She,
friend, Tony. Just let's clarify. We're talking about in general, the woman being put into the workforce. This is a distraction from her even being incorporated into a family life because
Yeah,
she's
it's a
focused
lot of
on
women
work.
like that.
well, let me add this to the equation. The rat poison chemical, right? Once again, this causes endometriosis and fibroids. Okay, you have young women in their 20s getting their ovaries removed due to this rat poison. Okay, I mean, this is a hell of a fucking situation we dealing with right now.
Uh,
Once again, the eugenicists designed this shit. The people involved in Planned Parenthood, they designed this shit. The beauty standards and the rat poison incorporated in the formula of these beauty standards. The people who's pushing these beauty products and the standard of beauty, the image, the appearance of what is beautiful for a quote unquote black woman, yes, they invented that shit. And it has secured their profits as well as their genocidal agenda. And there is not enough people talking about this, making these young mothers and daughters aware because once again, they are the target. This young woman here, yo, she has no scalp. She has no scalp. She has no idea what she has invested in. She has no idea what she was taught to do.
Can you imagine the holes that are in her inside of her brain right now, based off what he was saying earlier, and looking at her scalp? You can imagine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see that footage. But I want to see that video so I can I can visualize. But when
Def-
you
I'm definitely gonna find it and send it to you, bro, because she don't like they not walking through. She explaining to somebody why she grew her locks. And she went and she told the whole story, and that person was like, wow. And she was like, yeah, and like this is she was trying to bring awareness to what you saying, Tony. She was trying to do this back then. This video was old. I think I was like 24 when I seen that video.
wow,
Yeah. She was
wow,
doing exactly what you doing, bro.
yeah, and we need more people involved, man. I mean, bottom line, I mean, yo, these chemicals are on the shelves everywhere. You can order these chemicals. Yo, let me tell you something, right? So, I had a colleague back when I was out there in LA. Good friend of mine, right? Empress Awaken, I appreciate your presence. I'm gonna get to your comment in a moment, right? So, my colleague was telling me how he felt that his mother had been poisoned, right? His mother was ill, and he suspected that his brother had poisoned his mother through the food. And my colleague, he had taken time off from, he owned multiple businesses, and so he stopped what he was doing with his businesses to take care of his mother up until the time of her transition and all of that, right? And so he's literally preparing the food for his mother. And so his mother died, and he developed a serious diabetic condition. This dude was very healthy. He was very health conscious. He was like, I mean, very, very talented, thoroughly educated dude, right? Anyway, me coming to this awareness of this rat poison situation, once again, this rat poison causes diabetes and a list of other illnesses. So once again, y'all, we have some serious things that needs to be evaluated collectively. Like this is once again, this is millions upon millions of people within each generation whose health has been sabotaged. Their entire life, their entire lineage, the future of your people has been sabotaged. Your entire existence. And so when we see these young women, because we have when we see these women on a daily basis that have these hairstyles, if you will, of whatever type, and these are the conditions. Oh yeah, we got Chief Noya here. Yeah, Chief Noya, how you doing?
Greetings, Halito. How y'all doing?
Yeah, Alito, ma, yo.
Peace.
I'm okay. How you doing, Sister Soul and Godfeathers?
I'm doing great.
Greetings. Great. Y'all, I sit here and I listen, and I just can't. I try to pass it up without coming on here to say anything, but it's kind of hard when it's really you. When I'm feeling like I'm really the subject, and when everything y'all say, I can relate. And it's hard because it's so many people that are not relating. And being that they're not relating, they're not in the process of even trying to heal. And when I tell you my head sits and tingle all the time from that product, and it's been 5 years. So I can't even imagine doing what I just saw that woman doing to herself in the name of beauty. When I had a head full of hair and now I don't. But when I say I know that every day we're dying, and I know why I'm dying, and I know these people had a hand in it. But when I say I'm healing every day, that I take my life in my hand and I adjust what is going on in my body according to the fact of what I know has happened. Because knowing is half the battle. So I came on to say that for those that have not yet looked in their cabinets, looked at everything that you ever used on your body that's in your house, and I promise you, you will see rat poison under the name of Coumadin. I mean, it's a very serious thing because we as a people, we are being consumed, and we wonder why people are on numb. Do you know my head feel numb? And and while y'all was talking about it, I'm imagining, the stuff still sitting in the cradles of each pore in my scalp. And I do everything, charcoal wash, I do everything. But the majority of the people don't even understand. They don't even feel the pain or the fact that this is an induced situation. I broke my foot, just a little fracture, 14 weeks. That's because of oxidative stress, you guys. It's because my blood is not right. It's because I've been poisoned. And so has millions of other people. So the abortion, all of the endometriosis, all of the heart problems, all of the prostate in men, all men's got problems too. But they just don't go see about it like we do. So, I mean, I'm not going to be long here. I just wanted to just come on because I am the elder who is aware that everybody is being touched by this and they not even being aware enough. And we understand that teratogen and all of these other things, they talk about PTSD. Yeah. What? I mean, what is this I'm looking at? Why do I see this lady doing this to herself?
She was taught. She was taught. As I mentioned earlier, Ma, we can see it on social media right now. You have mothers of whatever age that have daughters of whatever age, very young, on social media right now, like elementary school age, middle school, high school age. And this is being applied. This glue and whatever else is being applied. and whatever else that is rat poison being applied, the lotions, the perfumes, the shampoos, conditioners, moisturizers, etc., they're taught. And the eugenicists invested in these females being taught. This is why, over the years, I have continuously read King Ferdinand's letter to the Taino Arawak Indians, where it blatantly says, we shall attack you from all sides. We shall enslave your wives and sons. When we think about the enslavement of a wife, that means a mature, childbearing, aged woman, right? A son is an adolescent male, right? And so when we have these quote unquote mothers present for multiple generations now that have taught their daughters how to maintain their beauty or maintain their appearance or what have you, maintain their hygiene, health, etc. Because this is hygienic in people's opinion. This is a part of their hygiene routine. The application of lotion, like you take a bath with these products. You take a shower with these products. When you get out the bath and the shower, you apply these products. Throughout the course of the day, you apply these products. And then when you end the day, when you return home, you do it again in the bath or the shower. Rat poison throughout the whole day. And then you go to sleep with it, wake up with it, right? The sons are being taught how to maintain their hygiene with these same rat poison chemicals, but the rat poison chemicals that are for the males, not the females, right? But now fast forward, thanks to Planned Parenthood and this Jaffe memo situation, what do we have? We have a situation where encourage increased homosexuality. Okay, so that means now we have males that are using feminine products, right? You see what's going on here?
Man, that's crazy, bro. Cause like the way you just said that, while me thinking about how they process us to use, you know what I'm saying? Or they want us to use Axe, they want us to use Bod, they want us to use Old Spice, they want us to use what's it called? I can't remember what's the other one. It's like 360 or something like that. It's all of these products they want us to grow up using, and then you turn around and then you look at these men, you know what I'm saying? And you think this dude a stiff dude, and he ain't. He ain't, bro. He wants you. Like, bro,
Well,
what happened?
well,
But just like you said, it's these chemicals, bro, and I'm pretty sure they got that stuff infused in our stuff, bro, to make us like that, bro.
yo, let me show you something on that subject, right? So once again, that's the Jaffe memo, right? Where it's talking about encourage increase homosexuality, right? So check it. Let me show you, because this is also in the book, right? In one moment here. Here it is, right here. So the rat poison, I proved that it is a phthalate, okay? Now, this is what phthalates do. Pulling up right now, it's coming up. So phthalates are known to disrupt vital body functions, all right? I proved coumarin is a phthalate. So you're talking about the respiratory system, okay? Allergies is a malformation. Allergies and asthma, that's a malformation in babies and what have you. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, breast cancer, obesity, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. This is all associated to the respiratory system that's being disrupted. Okay, continuing. The nervous system, all right? So delayed neurodevelopmental issues, social impairment, low IQ, behavioral issues, autism spectrum disorders, altered reproductive development, that's associated to the nervous system, okay? Continuing. Endocrine system disruption. Now check it. Weight, overweight, and obesity in height, okay? Thyroid function and increased risk of thyroid cancer, higher systolic blood pressure, anogenital distance, precocious puberty, okay? Concentrated in the liver, kidney, thyroid, GI, and tissue testes. So basically, right, your entire reproductive system male and female, right? Male or female.
Can I jump right there, Tony?
Sure.
What's that? Number 3 right there.
Mm-hmm.
I went to have my stylist check today. It's the only thing it always have been, the high one. It always been high. And they never, 3 blood pressure pills, never could still get it down. That's why I don't take anything, because I knew it wasn't my blood pressure, really. It was something else. I just wanted to add that in there. See, people got to be in tune with themselves and know when something is not right.
That's right. That's right. And so, continuing here, right? Phthalate harm to female reproductive system, right? And so, once again, the rat poison is a phthalate. It says here, in numerous studies, women have higher levels of phthalates in comparison to men due to women's greater usage of personal products such as lotions, cosmetics, and hair products. It is through phthalate exposure these severe diseases and illnesses have been linked. Disrupted thyroid hormone levels, increased levels of oxidative stress, early puberty, okay, early reproductive senescence, that's age-associated decline in reproductive performance, endometriosis, fibroids, breast cancer, infertility, pregnancy loss, preterm birth, low birth weight, damage to reproductive hormones, early menopause, increases in mammary, ovarian cancers, increases in immune and autoimmune diseases, increases in neurodegenerative disease. Okay. Now for men, phthalate harm to male reproductive system. Studies on exposure to phthalates have identified these conditions referred to as phthalate syndrome, which include decreased anogenital distance. That means a man's testes are they shrink. Okay. Continuing, infertility in men, that's the decreased sperm count. Okay. Then you also have the undescended testes. You have malformation of the male's genital. We're talking about young men as well. Okay. Reductions in male fertility and declines in the numbers of males born. Okay. Abnormalities in male reproductive organs, other reproductive tract malformations, increases in prostate cancer, increases in immune and autoimmune diseases, and some neurodegenerative diseases. So basically, similar conditions for women, similar conditions for men. Both have been targeted. And so this is how I prove that the coumarin is a phthalate. We have coumaphos, which includes hydroxycoumarin. Hydroxycoumarin is literally the name of the fucking rat poison that was designed back in the goddamn 30s and 40s. Literally, hydroxy goddamn coumarin. That's it. Once again, acute toxic, health hazard, environmental hazard. And once again, these are the eugenicists, Planned Parenthood's executives, board of directors. They made that shit. Yo, what's up with protests by the millions, by the hundreds and thousands across the country regarding this shit here? Because this Norma NickCorby, that's who Jane Roe is. She's an immigrant. These are immigrants that came here and did this shit. What'd you say, Lakita? There's an abundance of risk. I guess they figured the rat poison gonna get people one way or another. Diabolical. Absolutely, Lakita. That's right. And so when we see young women who scout, it's like this, right? And to any young women in general who have suffered, well, this is who's responsible. Planned Parenthood eugenicists. They designed this shit. They designed this shit. All of this. They profit. Continuously, they profit. So yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. Does anyone have any comments before we get up out of here?
I just want to add one thing, Tony. While you was talking just then, I be always talking about these eyelashes, right?
Mm-hmm.
eyelashes that people are using, the main ingredient is called ethyl chrono, acrylate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stuff to
they
make you go blind.
put super glue. They put the same ingredient in super glue and crazy glue. They use a solvent, they use suffocants, and ammonia hydroxide. Listen,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just
So
okay. Go ahead. I'm
no, no, no,
sorry.
no, no, no. I'm with you. Because the situation is, they have that same those same ingredients you just named there. This
Mhm.
benzyl salicylate.
Yeah.
They have that in hair product. They have the sodium carbomer. I believe you just named those, and there are derivatives of those as well. This phenyl trimethicone, the dimethicone. All of this is defined. This is literally a whole chemical formula in personal care cosmetic products. And so when you say that this is an ingredient in crazy glue, oh shit.
And they putting it on their eyes, and ain't nobody got caught yet saying they done stuck their eyes together. There's got to be okay. Yeah, for real.
This
I
stuff
just
can
wanted
make
to
you go
say that.
blind. All of them ingredients can make you go blind. And that's why they tell you to keep crazy glue away from your eyes. Not because you can glue them shut, because you can go blind from this stuff.
This shit, like they literally have corrosive chemicals. Like this shit is corrosive. And they have taught these young women within each generation to apply corrosive. I mean, her forehead right here. I mean, yo, I'm just saying, man, like the people need to know what's up. And I'm trying to figure out why people are preventing the awareness of this information here.
I mean, that's a healthcare issue right there. That's a
Massive,
straight up healthcare issue.
massive.
And I just
Look. Yo, that's the shit that fucked me up in this video, right? Yo, you see, do you see? Hold on, where's this? Right there. You see that shit? She has been applying this shit so much. Like, yo, beneath this red area on her head, what does it look like under there?
That's the white meat under that red area, bruh. Under that red area is the white meat, bruh. Then she going to this to flesh and bone, bruh. Like, no, she literally scalping herself. Like literally, she's scalping herself slowly, bro.
And how
And she
many
don't know it.
millions and how many millions more? You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's a bunch more.
How
It's a
many
bunch more.
millions more?
Damn near everybody. They make a whole thing about it, talking about the edges. Oh, you don't got no edges, no edges. That's where the no edges come from. It start with just the edges,
God
and
damn.
then it start to proceed backwards.
You see that?
Yeah, yeah. And
And we
that's
have
why I say she applying where her scalp used to start at.
we have females disrespecting each other while these eugenicists is laughing all the way to the bank. And big bank, not little bank, big bank, big bank. These cosmetic corporations are doing billions of dollars. These hospitals and doctors, these medical people, the abortion clinics, etc., they're doing billions of dollars annually.
and then not only are they doing it with the poison of the cosmetic that they tell us we need to make ourselves beautiful, when we get sick with their madness, then the doctor is going to give us some more poison to help finish us off. Do you know, for me having this issue, now they say thyroid. Well, for the medicine of thyroid, you know what they wanted to give me? And then I had to pay a whole lot of money for it and had to get it prior authorized, right? Guess what it was? It was pig kidneys. I mean, pig thyroids. Pig thyroids is what they was giving me for my thyroid. And I don't eat pork. So I was very livid and I was very mad and upset. I'm like, what? But they call it a natural. When they say natural, know that it's not natural, y'all.
It's a natural super infectant. That's what
Yeah,
it is. Because it's an unclean animal. They know this.
yeah,
We
they
know
do.
that. That's an unclean animal. That animal got one vein that runs the blood through his heart. Just one.
Yo,
It don't got
They
no
just
filter
gave the
system.
man the first pig heart, and I think he died a couple of days or a week or so later.
He
It don't.
did.
It don't. Your heart got multiple filter systems on it. You can't plug yourself into one filter. They don't. That's not even a filter system. That's just a pump.
yo, I put that in the book too, right? The part about the heart. Let me show you. Let me show you this image. Here it is. But once again, right, this rat poison chemical is designed to damage the blood. So basically, this rat poison is circulating your heart. Remember, heart disease is one of the top diseases that affect the quote unquote African American demographic, right? Well, factor in rat poison being in circulation. Your heart's processing, reprocessing rat poison, right? Now, Lakita, she made this comment here, right? Check this. My homegirl called me screaming one day. She was traveling from her eyelash appointment and her eyes began to feel as if they were burning. She almost crashed. She was traveling alone and helpless. Yo, this is real world shit going on. This shit is real world shit going on. You go to an eyelash appointment. Yeah. When I was out there in LA, my first time ever seeing this shit in my life. Yo, these Asian chicks from Mongolia. You hear me? They from Mongolia. They literal mongoloids. Check this shit. They opened up a fucking eyelash store on fucking Sunset Boulevard. Yo, I never seen the females in this area. Never in the whole time I lived in this area, right on Sunset Boulevard. Never. You had females traveling from I don't know where they was coming from. They open up shop at like 10 a.m. They close at like 8. They are booked from the time they open. I seen females waiting until they open. I go outside to get coffee in the morning, and I post up on the Ave. You know what I mean? And I'm just, drinking coffee. I'm on the phone working, shit like that, right? And you see people just camping in their cars and shit. And then these females, I'm talking about young, brown skinned American women to mature, experienced older women going up in the store, going up in the shop, getting their eyelashes done. Yo, these chicks is doing like $150 per person for these eyelash services. They come in here getting fucking filthy rich, destroying you.
Hey Tony, that
So,
just reminded me. Just think about this, y'all. How many women right now are getting false eyebrows? Why we ain't can't even grow our eyebrows now, y'all?
yo, well,
Oxidative stress could it be? I mean, for real, it's
I
so.
mean,
What what
what's
It's
the
so.
what made
chemicals?
They getting false tattoo eyebrows.
What are the chemicals that's been applied all over the face since they were babies, though?
yeah.
And then at the same time, give me 1 second, Godfather. Let me give 1 second. So you're applying. The females have been taught to apply these chemicals unknowingly, right, for beauty, hygiene, maintenance, or what have you, while also picking, like they're styling their eyelash, pardon me, their eyebrows, right, to the point where they're just stop growing, right? You're applying chemicals while you're removing eyelashes to the pardon me eyebrows to the point where you no longer have them. And then now, what's the result? Oh, to get your eyebrows back, you're going to have them artificially applied. Yeah, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, Godfather, what was you saying? My bad.
All I was gonna say was, your eyebrows. They when you growing up from a baby to a certain age, your eyebrows don't grow like your hair on your head. You can't just cut your eyebrows off and they're gonna grow back like that. It take a long time for your eyebrows to grow. Your eyebrows is not like the hair on top of your head. It's a different type of hair, and it don't grow like that. So when you plucking your eyebrows off, you snatching straight root. You ain't growing that back, baby. Even
Yeah.
if it was gonna grow back, if you cut it, you ain't growing that back, baby. That's gone now.
And then you added chemicals to the core of the root, right? Man, this shit crazy. Yeah. I don't want to. I definitely want to continue this conversation, but like I said, I don't want to take everybody's time this evening. It's late. You feel me? But definitely, Godfather, appreciate your presence. Sister Soul, I appreciate yours. Chief Noe, appreciate you. Everybody in the chat. Feel free to share this video. Inform your people, man. This row lady. Yo, that's not her name. Her name was Norma McCorby, right? And she was paid. She was paid. Okay.
Circus actor. She was part of the circus shit, just like the rest
Circus
of it.
shit. Circus shit. You know what I'm saying? She never had an abortion. She put up, it says right here, she put her babies up for adoption and shit like that. Okay. Check out Norma McCorvey. She's a fucking actress. Okay. Hired.
LBGT, don't forget.
Oh, yeah, she's with that shit too. That's right. She's with that shit too. Okay. And so when we have this footage of, let me just run this footage. This is how I'm gonna close out. Let's review today's events. This is historical.
Yeah,
okay?
this is my first time seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, this is historical. So let me play the audio too. Yeah, let's play the audio so we can really capture this moment here of these eugenicist investment, because that's all this is, all right? Let's run it. Let me turn that on. Here we go.
Bombshell report from Politico, which released a draft decision from the Supreme Court overruling Roe v. Wade, a decision that has legalized abortions for nearly 50 years. People on both sides of the issue crowded around the Supreme Court.
You know, ever since I landed last night, we've been protesting nonstop. I didn't sleep. I protested here until 2 in the morning, went home and got some food, came back and protested this morning.
Many holding signs sharing their thoughts on the pro-life or pro-choice side, and sometimes tensions would flare up. Today, the Supreme Court confirmed the authenticity of the document released, but stressed that the draft does not represent the final decision of the court. Even so, people on both sides of this issue are speaking out.
Every life matters, from conception to natural death. A woman should have rights over her own body. It's just as simple as that.
This leaked document is also stirring up emotions in the Capitol. Many Republicans, including Erie's Congressman Mike Kelly, say if this decision becomes final, it's a huge win for the pro-life movement, while many Democrats are now looking at other ways to legalize abortion.
It is our intention for the Senate to hold a vote on legislation to codify the right to an abortion in law.
At the Supreme Court, Rachel Knapp reporting.
Okay. So the Democrats, they're on some eugenicist shit. The eugenicists have been paying these political people on both sides for decades. All right? This shit is not a game, y'all. You talking about billions of dollars they're profiting, okay? Keep that in mind in regards to this legislation. And one of the things I want to add to this conversation here, right? Observe the foreigners. How come they're not doing this shit in their countries of origin? When we have these statistics here, okay? 363,705 quote unquote black babies aborted yearly. Since they started collecting the data as far as the race and ethnicity of the mothers that were involved in these abortion procedures, right? Back in 73, okay? The Guttmacher Institute, the arm of research of Planned Parenthood, has been monitoring for all these decades, for years, the population rates. This is purely associated to genocide. Purely. There's a lot of money to be made in genocide. Let's go to the next video.
But how many, excuse me, how many people saw how hard them women look? Did y'all see the faces of some of them women? Some of them, what?
Hey,
look
man.
like little hard boys. Then they're
But you
talking
know-
about a woman should have it right. Like a daggone man.
Hey, but that's Planned Parenthood's new cash cow. The gender transition services.
Right.
Trans.
That's
Right.
the new cash cow. Yeah, that's the new cash cow.
Absolutely. They hiring
who that
these
was.
boys and stuff to run around here and pretend to be girls anyway.
Yo, they've invested in that. I mean, for the fact that they are infusing this shit into the school system now, they've invested in the school system, teaching babies essentially that they can be whatever gender they want to be, and how to engage in sexual activities and what have you. Like, this shit fucking crazy what's going on right now. I mean, are there protests against that shit at the Supreme Court? Should there be federal law against foreigners coming here teaching?
Bro, all of that stuff falls under universal human rights, and these people are violating that. None of these people know that the human rights are being violated, so they're just going along with this stuff. Now, if they knew this stuff, bro, the children human rights, now they're going after children human rights, bro, because all of that is violation of children human rights, bro. Like, I've been telling people, get them books, bro. Get you the Declaration of Human Rights, and you gonna find out.
Yeah, but see, once again, the eugenicists invested in people having low IQs, having neurodevelopmental issues, and keeping them occupied with keep the women working. We don't want the women to be aware of this shit. No, we need them busy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the men. Keep them busy. Lock them up and get them caught up in dumb shit. Let's go to the next video. Let's see what they're talking about on CBS. What they talking about this leaked Supreme Court document. That shit wasn't leaked. That shit was fucking released. Admit the shit. The shit was released. I was talking to people's earlier today. I'm like, hey, yo, man, this shit right here is a temperature check. They checking the temperature of the motherfucking people with this shit. See how they going to respond. And they hired all these goddamn people to go out there, you know what I'm saying, to fucking fake protest, not knowing what the fuck is really going on out here. This shit is crazy. Let's continue.
We're seeing continued fallout after leaked Supreme Court documents revealed the justices could overturn Roe v. Wade later this year.
Whoa! Overturn an artificial person, right? An artificial person was paid to play the character of Jane Roe out this motherfucker, right? But nobody talk about that shit, though. All these journalists and shit, none of them talk about that part. But let's continue, though.
That's right. Pro-abortion rights activists from coast to coast are protesting the leaked opinion and demanding women's reproductive rights be protected. The protests rose up in several major U.S. cities, including New York, Atlanta, Chicago, and Los Angeles. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, the legality of abortion would be decided on a state-by-state basis. The issue is also galvanizing lawmakers on both sides of the aisle ahead of an already contentious battle for this year's midterms. CBS News' Natalie Brand has more.
Demonstrators on both sides of the issue took to the streets in cities across the country.
It's very serious and important to all of us that we come out and show support in favor of Roe v. Wade.
There's a voice out here in Florida that is actually supporting overturning what they're doing.
Democrats say they're already working on legislation to make Roe versus Wade into federal law nationwide.
I don't see 60 votes to ban abortion.
With the filibuster in place, there is little to no chance that it would pass in the 50-50 Senate. But the Senate Majority Leader says he wants to put lawmakers on the record.
This is as urgent and real as it gets. We will vote to protect the woman's right to choose, and every American is going to see which side every senator stands.
This week's leaked draft opinion has already begun to galvanize voters on both sides, with midterm primaries already beginning.
I think a woman has the right to control her own body. I think that precedent matters.
It's a complicated issue, and when you turn things to states' rights, I'm a strong believer in states' rights. So let them decide as they choose. An advisor to President Biden says the issue could engage harder to reach or younger voters. Vice President Harris made abortion rights the centerpiece of her speech to Emily's List, a pro-democratic organization dedicated to electing women.
How dare they? How dare they tell a woman what she can do and cannot do with her own body?
Man, talk that shit in fucking Hindustan. Yo, I can't stand these foreign motherfuckers, man. Leave that shit alone.
Bruh.
This shit fucked up, man. Yo, I can't stand this shit, man. Yo, this shit going on in Hindustan, there's, man, where she's from,
funny.
What'd you say, man?
It's funny, man, because look, I had this conversation with my baby mama. If a woman don't want to have a baby, then somebody need to be wearing a condom, or somebody don't need to be having sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's that simple. Condom or no sex. Come on, man.
Yeah, but then, there's things in nature, like, a woman, there's tea a woman could drink. There's herbs a woman can consume.
That too. Fact. That'll stop that real quick. Yeah, fact.
ASAP. Just drink it. Yo, you had a good night. You had a good morning. Well, here you go. Before you get your day started, go ahead and sip on this or eat this, and you good money.
Bro, what was that root called?
Oh, it's a bunch of roots. Ginger. Ginger is one.
Yeah, but it was another root. It's one. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and holler at my cousin because she's from Louisiana. She could tell me exactly what it is. But it's ginger, leaf from mint leaf, and it's something else. And you put that in the tea. You know what I'm saying? You boil that and you drink that. Hey, and it's going. If you had sex, you know what I'm saying, and you then miss your period, well, it's gonna. Hey, man, that's gonna work.
Right. This herb will induce a woman to have a menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
It will induce a woman to have a menstrual cycle, and as a result, that's basically the woman's reproductive organs cleansing itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Which prevents pregnancy.
Yeah.
You don't need a plan B.
No.
This is a whole plan A right here, produced by nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what, man. These goddamn foreigners, man. I can't stand this shit. That's the thing this is shit that be fucking with me, yo. These foreigners is having too much goddamn influence on our goddamn soil, man, amongst our American people, and this shit is fucked up. They not doing this shit in their countries of origin. I mean, I think to myself, damn, Kamala Harris, her people is foreign as a motherfucker from Hindustan and shit, and she came here to be a fucking prosecutor, fucking convicting and sentencing American people to fucking prison, but meanwhile, in her country, fucking criminals are running the fucking muck. The criminal shit going on in Hindustan. I talked to a guy from Hindustan 2 years ago. He's telling me over there the fucking court system is back the fuck up with all the goddamn murders and rapes going on over there. They don't got enough people to fucking prosecute over that motherfucker. Women are being raped. It's so fucked up over there. You got women literally set themselves on fire in a unpaved streets over that motherfucker. Setting themselves on fire due to the level of fucking abuse going on over there. And these motherfuckers want to come over here on some fake women's rights shit. Our American women have always had rights. Foreign women had to come here to acquire rights at our American women's expense while they are influencing our American women to kill themselves. This is colonization and genocide at its motherfucking finest. And for the fact people want to avoid this real conversation, this shit's a whole fucking problem to me, man. This is a whole problem. We need our people. The same way foreigners need their people, we need ours.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at this video. Okay, this video, I'm not going to play this whole video, but look at the energy in LA dealing with this protest. Let's take a look at this shit real quick. Look at these foreigners. Look at who's being paid. These motherfuckers are paid. So you mean to tell me these people just went out and they decided, yeah, I'm about to buy some, I'm going to go into my budget. I'm going to use my stimulus check money or whatever's left of it, my PPP loan money to buy some spray paint so I can do some, look at this shit.
Look at that guy in the flag! The cops are gonna come.
Y'all see what's up? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Got communist motherfucking flags and shit. And these are peaceful protesters, right? All right, enough of that shit. So yeah, yo, this is what's going on. This is what we got going on. Eugenesis investments active 2022. Rat poison everywhere, and rat poison protesters everywhere. People suffering, and who gives a fuck, right? Once again, Roe is a motherfucking character. She was paid to promote eugenicist interests. She was invested in to be the voice of eugenicist interest. And fast forward, we got people still working, still being hired, paid for by these eugenicists to promote their interests, which is against everything natural. Yo, I'm up out of here, man. Appreciate everyone's time and presence. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate our American people. Yo, Godfather, Sister Soul, as soon as y'all how y'all want to conclude, but I'm pretty much done. To the next one.
Yeah.
Sister Soul, you good? Getting up out of here. Appreciate your presence. Yo, y'all be good. Stay healthy, stay strong. Yo, all the links was put in the first part of the video and throughout this video. Feel free to check out everything I showed this evening. You know what I'm saying? Once again, on the Stop the Genocide website, my book detailing this rat poison eugenesis investment, along with how it pertains to Planned Parenthood and abortions and all of that. This is available. All right. Definitely be on the lookout for coumarin in your personal care cosmetic products. Assess the health of your people. Yo, we got work to do out here. Appreciate y'all time and y'all presence. Y'all be good.